You want to get dark for a second? You think you're obsessed with your bias because he's got a nice forehead, he's got veins in his hands, or he has a nice bum bum hoochie? Please. They're exposing the parts of yourself you've been trying to bury. That's the shadow self, the fears you deny. Each member rips open a different corner of your shadow side. Let's go one by one down the list of ATEEZ members. Seonghwa, the mirror of vulnerability. Park Seonghwa isn't loud about wrecking you. Why would he be? What? That's not a part of this man. Like, come on. He does it with silence, with the kind of gaze that peels you open without asking permission. The eye contact on this man needs to be studied. Whether he's looking at you with boba eyes or siren eyes, it doesn't matter. He's looking straight into your soul. He exposes the shadow you hate the most, your fear of being seen. You've built these crazy walls, like you live in a castle. You have like all this water around the castle, and you put like, what did you put in there? Alligators? Sharks? Hippopotamuses? You did all sorts of things. You also wear a mask, and you also present like careful versions of yourself. Yet Seonghwa looks at you like he already knows. You cannot hide anything from Papa Seonghwa. Now you could run from this softness, or you can't, okay? But your shadow knows the truth. You crave it. You want this man to penetrate you with them eyes and other things probably, because you a what? You a freak. You ache to be seen and still be loved. Oh, that's so cute. And Seonghwa doesn't let you escape that ache. Like, it's not going anywhere. Just accept it. You can be vulnerable and strong at the same time. Vulnerability isn't the same as like giving away your power. You can actually let people know how they are affecting you, both positive or negative. There's nothing to be afraid of at the end of the day. Being vulnerable actually makes you feel a lot stronger because you don't have to hide away from these feelings. And that's why this is called a shadow. Just think of yourself. Okay, you see yourself, and there's this shadow right behind you, and you don't have to hide from it. It's always going to be there for you, always. And if you don't express your shadow, I'm not a therapist or a psychiatrist, you're going to start acting out. You're going to start lashing out at people because you feel so stifled. You're like, I can't even express how I feel, and so many other people are doing it. It's not fair. You can do it. You can tell someone, hey, I don't like what you just did. Or can we talk about what just happened here? And if they don't want to do those things with you, give them a little time. Give them a little time, baby. Revisit it. If they don't want to talk about whatever the problem is and you are like suffering inside, really evaluate if you want that person in your life. And that's totally okay. That doesn't mean that you're a bad person. You want respect, baby. Let me ask you this question, Shine Star. Do you hide your vulnerability because you're scared of rejection? Or because you secretly want someone to see past the mask? I think all of us want people to see us for who we really are, not for who they think we should be. We want to live our lives authentically without any sort of shame. Like, feeling like you're a burden to people just because you want to speak up for yourself, isn't that like the worst feeling ever? I know, like, it so is. So if Seonghwa exposes you with silence, Hong Joong got a whole match. She about to set everything on fire in '01. Okay, Hong Joong, the rebel flame. Hong Joong exposes the part of you you've spent suffocating. You better breathe. You better chill, my brother. Okay, your rage, your rebellion, your refusal to play small. Like, you are ready to let everyone know what you are about. This man is the shadow of hope. You can break out of this shell and let everyone know what you stand for. Unapologetic. Stand in your truth. Stand in your fire. Burn, baby, burn. Okay, so Hong Joong speaks to your shadow out loud, like super loud. The anger you swallow, the chaos you avoid, the dreams you think are too big. Now, we all know how Hong Joong got with KQ. Like, he turned in his mixtape, he waited for all the things, he became a trainee. He was a trainee by himself for a long time. Then Yunho showed up. He kept going. He didn't stop. There could have been this feeling in him like, this is not going to work out. I should just go do something else. But he didn't do that. He didn't do that. He burned through all of his excuses and just did what he needed to do. And doing this sometimes can really hurt because you're scared. You're so scared. Having this man as your bias or your wrecker or anything like that, he almost makes you admit you've muted yourself. But that's why you cling to him. Because your shadow whispers, if you could be as unapologetic, as brave, as bold as him, you'd finally be free. Like you'd break the shackles of what you put on yourself and what society put on you. You can be free. You really can. Release your inhibitions. I don't know the words. Anyway, let me ask you this real quick. Do you love Hong Joong, or do you love the fire in yourself he refuses to let in your life? No, that sounded wrong. Let me reread that. I'm not editing this out. Do you love Hong Joong, or do you love the fire in yourself he refuses to not burn because I made it less violent? Okay, and truthfully, Hong Joong is such an inspiration. He built something from absolutely nothing. ATEEZ wasn't around 10 years ago. ATEEZ is truly a evolution of hope, despair, triumph, victory. These men went through every single freaking thing. They are not a part of the big three. They are from a baby tiny company. And now these men are traveling all over the world, winning awards, selling out stadiums. Never not believing yourself. Tell that shadow to chill the F out and go live in your boldness, baby. Anyway, but if Hong Joong burns you alive, hopefully he doesn't, burns your spirit, then Yunho blinds you with light. Yunho, the innocent ache. Yunho exposes your shadow of distrust. Because joy feels dangerous to you. Like, am I allowed to have this? Like, is this allowed? Is this allowed on Beyonce's internet? Maybe I should ask someone, but don't do that. Don't do that. With you, with me, with a lot of people, happiness feels temporary. Like there's a freaking timer on it. No, there's not. No, there's not. There's not a timer on happiness. So when Yunho shows you that there is brightness in the world, have you ever seen this man smile? Have you ever seen it? Have you seen this man bouncing around on the stage? It's almost like he's wrapping his arms around you and you feel so safe. Like you look at Yunho, you're like, I feel safe with this man. He's a golden retriever. Like he's not going to do anything negative. He is my baby golden retriever. I already said that. Anyway, but that hidden part of yourself, your shadow, it's screaming, you don't deserve this. I can't be happy. Something's wrong with that. I went through a lot of things in my life. People have blamed me for so many things. I don't deserve to be happy. And it's okay. It's all right. But you want it. You still want it. But you've been the one shutting the door. Open the door. Knock, knock. Who's there? Opportunity, happiness, all of the things. Yunho hurts you because he's proof that innocence, play, and safety still exist. Yeah, it's still out there in the world. No one used it all. It's like an infinite amount of that positivity. And you're afraid to lose that. You know how like you have an ice cream. I know this is a weird analogy, but you have an ice cream. It's the ice cream you've been waiting to eat all freaking day. And you're like, this ice cream is so beautiful. Can ice cream be beautiful? I don't know. And it starts to melt. Oh, fuck, the ice cream's melted. You're so happy to have this ice cream that you're not even eating it and it's starting to melt. The ice cream is not going to stay ice cream forever. Eventually it's going to turn into like a puddle of sugar and chemicals. Eat the ice cream. Eat it up as fast as you can. Was that analogy okay? Anyway, do you cut joy short? Because life can take it away from you. See? Ice cream analogy. Anything, tacos, pizza, whatever. Use that analogy from now on. So if Yunho exposes your distrust in joy or ice cream not melting, Yeosang forces you into the silence you can't explain. Yeosang, the silent truth. Yeosang doesn't expose you with words. He exposes you by refusing to fill the silence. Your shadow hates stillness because stillness makes you notice what's missing. Have you ever noticed when it is quiet, you start having all of these thoughts? You're like, oh shit, like I thought I packed that away like 2 years ago. And it pops up. It pops up. Now you're trying to distract yourself with things because you don't want to deal with whatever those thoughts are. The quietness, the solitude within your own mind causes you to like think all of these things and you're like, oh shit. I still got problems. No, you don't. Let me finish this. But Yeosang sits in it, makes you sit in it too. See, you can't run away from it because, like, you can't. Like, that's not gonna happen. Yeosang mirrors your craving for mystery and your fear of clarity. Dig underneath what possibly could be bothering you. Even if you think, oh man, I don't know what's on the other side of this. I really don't. You don't know. You do not know what's on the other side. You can actually investigate what is bothering you. There's no rule that says you can't do that. And this is why you can't let Yeosang go. Because your shadow secretly loves the ache of not knowing. You're like, yeah, I don't need to know that. That's okay. That's cool. Whatever. You don't want the answers. You want the longing. You still want that issue to have power over you because at least you have some control over that. You could say, oh, I'm not thinking about that. But you really are. You really are thinking of it. And sometimes that's almost safer than actually exploring what is bothering you. I know. It's like, Chris, I just want to watch a video. But you clicked on it. So you must like knowing these things about yourself. But let me ask you this real quick. Would you actually want Yeosang if he gave you every answer? Or would you miss the mystery? Oh, okay, Hoochie, okay. And while Yeosang tortures you with silence, San destroys you with extremes. San, the beautiful chaos. San exposes your shadow of contradiction. The part of you that wants to be wild and gentle, intense and soft. Everything, all at once. You've been told your emotions are too much, that your heart is too loud. Do not shrink yourself. Ugh. But San is too much, and it's magnetic. Like, you cannot look at this man. He's just drawing you in. San shows you that your shadow, your excess, what you think is just too much, and you think people can't hold that space for you. You know what? You can't hold that space for yourself. And that isn't weakness. It's proof you're alive. Like, you have feelings and emotions, and sometimes we actually ignore those things because it's too much. It's too fiery. It's just too intense. And that's why San scares you, because your shadow doesn't just want that fire, that intensity. It wants to devour it. In San, it makes you admit you'd rather drown than live half-hearted. He has this ability to make you be hypnotized by his behavior. This man has such a big heart. You see it. Like, remember that one time that Wooyoung, San, and Seonghwa like spent all that time with those kids? San was so dialed in. Like, he showed such a big heart in that moment. And I know a lot of us think, oh, he's so big and all the things, like he loves to lift weights. But San has a softness that is also intense. And sometimes we think our softness is too intense, like it's just too much to hold on to. But you can be soft, intense. You can be passionate about something and just as intense. Having these big feelings is not a bad thing. And it doesn't mean something is wrong with you because you have these big things like going on inside of you. You can actually share them with the world, and there's nothing wrong with that. But let me ask you this, Puddings. Like, let me just calm down for a hot second. Do you run from intensity because it overwhelms you, or because you're terrified of how much you crave it? You know what? Sometimes you are scared of yourself. You're scared about how much drive you have, how much energy you have. And sometimes the biggest enemy in your life is yourself. It's not even anyone else. You don't have to look too far because your shadow, baby, is right behind you. You can want to have it all. Nothing is wrong with that. You're not greedy. You're not abandoning everyone in your life. You can have it all and still thrive and flourish. But let me get off San real quick and let me just get to the other members. So if San is chaos, then Mingi is your shadow demanding expansion. The unapologetic self. Mingi exposes your shadow of thinking small, you know Mingi, you've seen this man, you know, on stage and all the things. Like, this man is totally unapologetic about his drive and his passion and all the things. All the members of ATEEZ obviously have passion, so, you know, I just stuck it with Mingi. But anyway, he takes up space. He's on that stage, he's taking up space. The first time I saw him was during the Break the Wall tour. I left so wrecked. That man wrecked the crap out of me. And what Mingi does, he owns it like it's his birthright. And your shadow aches because you've been shrinking yourself for too long. That's why Mingi is standing out so much for you. That's why you clicked on Mingi's part, because you feel, I don't have to be small, but I've been. So Mingi's presence feels like a mirror. You see how much you hide, how much you are silent, how much you fold yourself into corners. And your shadow whispers, "Fix up, Mingi." Okay, you want to roar. Roof, 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 roof. The storm is over. But you want to roar too. Like, you want your own theme song of barking. Like, I know you do. Bark right now. Bark. Yeah. See how good that felt? And if you didn't bark, you're just like staring at your phone or watching me on TV. You can bark, like nothing is going to happen to you. And if you don't want to bark out loud, just bark in your head. Just do it. I'll do it too. I'll do it with you. Oh, see, we did something together. But it hurts. It hurts. Because not you barking your head, but it hurts because you know Mingi is showing you the version of yourself you're too scared to unleash. Remember what I just said? You're like, Chris, what did you just say? The storm is over. Yep. Fix on. Okay. Do you quiet yourself so others won't reject you? Or because you don't trust your own volume? We know Mingi is loud. When he's all like, shh, at a concert, and then he's like, hoo, hoo, and everyone's like, hoo, hoo, like this. I don't have asthma or anything like that. But don't quiet yourself is basically what I'm saying with the whole Mingi part. So if Mingi's shadow is expansion, Wooyoung drags out your shadow of mess. Like this man. He calls it like he sees it. He calls it like he sees it. Wooyoung, the unfiltered mess. Wooyoung exposes the shadow you lock away behind. Oh, I'm just joking. Everything's it's so funny. And you're like, I can't show people how I really feel. So everything's good. Everything's good. Don't worry about me. Anyway, but he pokes at your rawest spots. The parts of you that are exposed and just open, like you have a cut or like an injury. He's like, ooh, look at that cut. Ooh, you got an injury. Ooh, but he's kind of like laughing at it. He's like, you can still do stuff by being hurt. Like you can still do it. And he dares you to show your messiest self. Like if you are like, oh, but I'm hurt. I can't. I've been hurt. People have told me that I shouldn't talk. Like, let me just put a Band-Aid on this. It's okay. I'm fine. But your shadow hates him for it because you're like, fuck, Wooyoung, I don't want to look at this shit. But you're still holding on to him anyway. Like, you're still clinging on to Wooyoung because deep down, you don't want to be loved or cared for or respected for your mask. You don't want to be fake. Remember that thing with Fata and he's always doing like the biting sign? Like Wooyoung, he's been carrying that for a long time and he ain't never letting it go. But you want to be loved for your chaos. And whenever ATEEZ know that there is an issue with Wooyoung, they know he's addressed it like 500,000 times. And people love him for that. Like, oh, Wooyoung's going to stand up for himself. He's going to say something. But let me finish. So this is why Wooyoung actually is dangerous. Because he doesn't let you hide. And your shadow knows you never wanted to. Like you heard something someone said and you're like, ah, but you're doing it in your head. You're not saying it out loud. You're like, dang, that was really mean. I didn't like what that person said to me, but I'm not going to say anything. It's fine. It's cool. No, I'm fine. It's all right. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. You want to say something. You have permission. You can say it. You can say it. If they don't like it, who cares? Let me ask you this question, Wammies. Do you secretly want someone to love the chaos louder than you can laugh it off? Think about it. Let me read this again, slower. Do you secretly want someone to love the chaos louder than you can laugh it off? People love to see people stand up for themselves. And a lot of people, honestly, don't like it. But when you stand up for yourself, people are like, dang, that's inspiring. that's inspiring. Like, I look up to that person. That's why you got Wooyoung, baby. And finally, since I do go in age order, if Wooyoung pulls out your mess, Jongho unmasks your shadow of need. Jongho, the weight of surrender. Jongho exposes your shadow of dependence. Now, you're priding yourself on the independence. I can do it, but you know what? You can't, okay? You cannot carry it all, and you have been. You've been so strong, you've taken so much stuff on, and you're like, the storm is not over. Like, I'm still going through it. But behind all of that strength, you actually are tired. Yeah, you are. You're like, maybe. You're tired, okay? Because I'm delusional, all right? You're tired, all right? So Jongho doesn't expose you with chaos. He exposes you with steadiness. He makes you realize you want to lean on someone. You want to be held. You want to be cradled. Maybe you want to be babied a little bit. Maybe you want to be babied for a little bit. So in a way, you need to stop pretending that strength means isolation. Like, you do not have to do it alone. And your shadow panics, all right? I'm not a therapist or any of those things, because your shadow feels like it's surrender, like you just gave up. You're like, oh, I'm a failure. I can't do it. Yeah, I can't. Why did I think that I could? Why did I think I could ask someone for help? I'm second guessing now. Now I'm just second guessing. But you know what? That's the truth in my mind. This is my opinion. You don't want to do it all alone. Come on, baby. And Jongho doesn't let you deny it. You can actually give it up. Not like, no, I didn't mean that. You can actually open yourself up to the possibility. Now, you don't have to do this because I'm not a therapist. You can open yourself up to the possibility of saying, I need help. I can't do it all. I need support from you or a family or whatever right now. Just right now. Just right now, I'm asking you. I need your support. You want my support? Okay, I'll hold your hand. You don't want to hold my hand? You want a tissue? You want back your diary? You're so cute. I love that for you. I really do. But let me ask you this question really quick. Do you mistake self-protection for strength? All right, so here's the truth, ATEEZ. Again, just my opinion. Your bias isn't just your comfort. They're your shadow self staring you down. Seonghwa shows you the vulnerability you fear. Hong Joong shows you the rage you repress. Yunho shows you the strength you don't trust. Yeosang shows you the mystery you crave. San shows you the chaos you deny. Mingi shows you the size you shrink. Fixor! Wooyoung shows you the mess you hide. And Jongho shows you the need you reject. This is why you can't drop them, because they're not just idols. They're mirrors. This is my opinion. And when you look at them, your bias, your record, your all the things, you're really looking at yourself. Cumbiana like a thunder. Ooh, you're looking at yourself. All right. Okay. I have a question, the last question for you, and then there's 3 questions pinned down below. So I just lied. Whatever. Which shadow is your bias exposing? And are you ready to stop running from it? There's one thing I don't want you to run from. You already know. That like button and the subscribe button. And if you want to run some more, you can always run to my Patreon and or my Discord linked down below. I would love to have you there behind the scenes with me, baby. And if you're like, Chris, I'm not ready. You can always join the live on all the Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I do not talk about psychological things like this. Actually, I'm very silly on the weekends, and I would love to meet you. So come into the chat or just watch it. You can do anything that you want. Oh, there is a playlist. There's a playlist. Don't forget, there's a PDF down below that you can read, and it just summarizes this video. You can get more out of it. Yeah, okay, playlist. Jeez Louise. All right, you know what? I'm actually hungry. I'll see you in the next video. I'm sure there's like food in there or something. Okay,